Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Okay, so it is the 22nd of February. It's in the morning in Paris, and Madonna is going to be performing her first show tonight. She's got, I think, 12 dates. The 22nd and then the 23rd, the 26th and the 27th, then the 29th of February, and she's got the 1st, 3rd and the 4th, the 7th and the 8th, the 10th and the 11th of March, and then that is the end of her Madame X tour. Now, I find it, I just was reading through that then, I just find it alarming that she's still doing her back-to-back shows. Because I hadn't really looked at the dates past the current date that I last looked at it. And yeah, I don't think that's good. But basically, she finished up in London. She did the last show on February 16, and apparently the last couple of shows went fairly well. She started around 9:30 and finished around 11:20 each time. And there's been a lot of fan sort of complaints that she did change the show, and there were songs missing, or she missed the first segment, and some people complaining they didn't get the whole show, they didn't get the show they expected. So there was a lot of drama. Sort of like Las Vegas, there was a lot of drama there. So I think London and Las Vegas were probably the most dramatic stops out of all of them. But she finished, she partied, she took a whole bunch of photos with, partying with her boyfriend and her family and her tour family and all that. So she celebrated it because it was fairly tumultuous, so I think she felt the need to celebrate it. And something I missed, which when she got her 50th dance club song #1, she actually spoke about it. Now I find she doesn't comment on many of these events. Lots of things happen, people talk about it, and she doesn't often, I find, comment on them. But she actually said, "Dance is my first love, so every time one of my songs is celebrated in the clubs and recognised on the charts, it feels like home. I never take the support of my fans for granted, and it's always like the very first time." So that's nice. She actually commented about something. She actually recognised her fans, and also did a bit of a throwback to like a Virgin, and sort of I think acknowledging in a way that the fans have always been there for her. So that's nice. That's one of the things that has pissed me off about her in recent years, is that she seems to be kind of distanced from her fans and her fan base, and that and a lot of other things I've heard from people who've had close encounters with her, and that I sort of have not been impressed. But I haven't met her myself, so I haven't got any actual personal first-hand experience or anything. But I'm just really nice that she did that. I heard that. I didn't see it at the time that I did the video about her getting the 50th #1, but I'm just sort of doing a little bit of a catch-up video because I wanted to just do something to mark the fact that she finished London, she was celebrating it, and now she's on the final stretch of the tour, because frankly I kind of am waiting for it to finish. I kind of want it to be over because I kind of want the Madame X era to end. I love Madonna, but I don't like Madame X. I'm sort of separating them as two different people, so that I can survive. Because I can't sort of love Madonna and hate Madame X, and I can't hate that part of her. I can't sort of hate that era. I kind of feel like I need to separate them. So I'm kind of looking forward to it ending. I mean, it's 12 dates. It's how many days is that? About 18 days. Yeah, so it's a bit more than 2 weeks that we've got to wait, and then it's all over. And God willing, aside from waiting for the next, I don't know if there'll be another release on the dance. I don't know if there'll be another single release from the album. I think that's done, but we really just have to wait for the release of the concert, whether it's streaming or DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, and then hopefully it's over and she'll move on to the next era. And like with Madonna's career in the past, normally she really just abandons whatever she just did and finds something new, and she doesn't sort of throw back to it, she doesn't sort of refer to it, she sort of moves on. So I really wanted to move on from Madame X. I want it to be over, and I want the concerts to go well. I want her to get through. Now, like I said, I'm kind of disturbed that she's doing these back-to-back shows. She's got one show on the 22nd, then, oh no, 23rd, 20, oh yeah, 22nd and 23rd back to back, 26th is, and the 27th back to back, 29th is separate, and then she got, is the 30th? Oh no, oh yeah, the 29th and the 1st is back to back as well. I thought there was a gap in between them, but I forgot February's a short month. And then March, she's got the 3rd and the 4th, a couple of days off, then 7th and the 8th, a day off, then 9th, the 10th and the 11th. So she's got the 9th off, then 10th and 11th. So I kind of find that a worry, because I know she thinks she can do 2 shows back to back and handle that and then have a day off and she'll be okay. Her doctors were telling her 1 day on, day to recover. Do a show, day to recover. And she's doing 2 shows and then a day to recover. And I think this whole denial, I think she's just in denial of her physical limits with this knee problem. And that's what's caused a lot of the cancellations and a lot of the problems, because she hasn't been able to do what she thinks she can. She hasn't been able to so I'm a bit worried about whether she'll actually cancel any more concerts. Will she get through these last 12 dates? Have they sort of sussed out what she can and can't do? Is she sort of, I don't know. I don't want to do any more cancellation videos. I don't want to do any more disaster videos. I just want the last 12 dates to go without any problems and for her to finish, and then just focus on getting a streaming or DVD Blu-ray release of the concert out, and then move on to a movie or the next era, the next album or whatever. And I'd love to know if anyone knows if she's got a current contract or anything in place, and sometimes it appears like she doesn't have any plans past the era she's in, but I don't believe that, because I've always believed she's one of those people who knows what she's doing and has everything planned and is on the ball with everything. But it kind of seems like she's not at the moment. She's just sort of focusing on each thing as she does it. So what the next step will be, I don't know. But I'm just looking forward to Madame X being a memory, and this being an era that we could look back at. Like, I didn't like the Who's That Girl era. I love some of the songs. I love some of the videos. I didn't like the concert. And I never go back to that era. I always go back to the other eras. I watch the concerts, I listen to the albums. Aside from, Who's That Girl and Causing a Commotion, occasionally The Look of Love, like sometimes listen to, I never go back to that era. And I think Madame X is kind of going to be similar. There's going to be a couple of songs like Crave that I'm always going to listen to, but I'm never going to want to go back to that era. I'm never going to be like, oh God, I loved that era. I remember this. I remember Erotica. I remember Bedtime Stories. I remember Ray of Light and Confessions. I loved all those eras. But this one, not so much. But, okay, let's just see if tonight happens, see if it goes well. She's had a few days off, and hopefully the last stretch will be uneventful, and then we can retire Madame X. She can let Madonna out of the basement where she's had her, chained up for the last couple of months while she's on doing her little Madame X performance. I don't know. I just want it to be over. Okay, thanks. Feel free to share, like, comment. Let me know what you think.